Hello, Isabelle and Audrey. This is your cousin Tom, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit of our family history. So let's begin. Well, of course, you guys are smart and you know all of like these terms and everything like that. But I didn't know how much you knew about the Keefe side of your family. So it was so awesome to meet. Well, I met Isabel again, but she doesn't remember me since I met her like 18 years ago. But it was so good to see you guys. And I enjoy getting to know you. You're wonderful. And I wanted to share a little bit, like I said, about our family with you. So we're cousins, which makes us, pretty much amazing. So, speaking of amazing, there's your amazing family. And you are, of course, sisters, but you're also daughters, right? And you're framed probably for, murder or something horrible or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you're framed. Anyway, so we're going to walk you through the Keefe family. So, once upon a time, there was this guy, and his name was Bob. So, anyways, so there were these four siblings Bob, Tom, Jim, and Ann in chronological order. And then in the order of the pictures, it goes Bob, Jim, Ann, and Tom. They were all siblings, and Bob or Robert Timothy Keefe, is your grandfather, and he had three kids with your grandmother Betty, and those kids were Timmy, Eva, and Beth. They just go in order: Timmy, Eva, and Beth. It's like one word actually. If you, that's how I grew up learning it, and and so hey, who are those two? Oh, that's you. That's right. So this is your part of the family tree among the Keefs, and your grandfather was the a senior sibling, so he's the head of the family, right? And then there was my dad. He's the second oldest, and there are two weird looking kids underneath him. Those were me and my brother. And next oldest was James Edward, and he had two kids, Mary Kate and Billy. And then Mary Kate had a daughter, Lucy, and that's who you met at the wake in February. You got to meet little Lucy. So then there's the baby sister, and baby sister's name is Anne, and she has two girls, and her two girls are Melissa and Megan. Now, the same picture that was taken from. Here's another photograph from the same family gathering. You'll notice in this picture we have Timmy and your mom, Eva. Why is your mom's eyes closed? Come on, act like you've been there before. Come on. Um, and but Beth's not there, so I decided to put Beth and your grandfather Bob into the picture there. So there's again, you were part of our family tree, and when we talk about generations, right? So the generations would be Bob, Jim, Ann, and Tom. And then there's this second generation. There would be Tim, Eve, and Beth, all one word. And then Billy, from left to right, would be Billy and Mary Kate, Melissa and Megan, and me and my brother Mike. So there's two generations there. And we could throw in a third generation, right? That would be Mary Kate's daughter Lucy that we talked about, my kids TJ and Grace, and then you, and then Beth's kids, Amanda and Miranda. And so that would be a third generation. So we're going to make this a little bit more complicated. We're going to go back even further. That those siblings that we were talking about, Bob, Jim, Ann, and Tom, they're all the children of who we call Nana and Pa. Their names were Tom and Helen. So there's now in this picture, there's four generations. We're just going crazy. There's actually five if you think about it, with Amanda's kids there too. Um, anyway, here's would be a more traditional like graphing, but with the pictures superimposed on it. And so there's the great grandparents generation. That's Thomas Joseph Keefe Sr., Tom and Helen. Oh, look, there's you guys, cute as bells down in the bottom left-hand corner too. And then, of course, there's your grandparents' generation, Betty and Bob. And then there's your parents' generation and your uncle and your aunt. And then there's you and Amanda and Miranda and Amanda's kids. And the same thing goes for my dad, right? My dad has me and my brother. I'm married to Colleen. And then I have TJ and Grace. And then Jim has Billy, who's married to Renee, and Mary Kate, who used to be married to Kevin. And then there's Lucy. And then there's baby sibling, Sister Ann, and she has two kids, Melissa and baby cousin, Megan. And Megan is married to Brian. So again, we have these generations, right? It's like a cake. So there's the great grandparents generation, the grandparents generation, then there's your parents' generation, and then the thing is that that parents' generation of yours, those are my cousins. That's my brother, myself, and my cousin. There's 9 of us, right? It's amazing. Timmy, even Beth, all one word. Myself, um, then chronologically would be Billy, and tough one. Can't remember if my brother or Melissa is oldest. And then would be, of course, baby cousin would be last, because you know why? She's baby cousin. That's right. So this cake again has all of these layers. Layers are like onions or parfaits or ogres. They all have layers. And so in the 4th layer, there are you and your sister, Amanda Miranda, TJ Grace, and Lucy. So that's your generation. And your generation are what are called second cousins. There are 7 of you total. Isabelle, Audrey, Miranda, Amanda, TJ, Grace, and Lucy. 7 of you. Pretty awesome. And, well, yeah, 7. I 7, by the way, in case I didn't say 7. And that is the Keefe side of your family. Hope this was a little bit interesting. Family is forever. And just keep in mind that I love you all. Bye-bye.